I thought I would join you from outside today and talk, and hopefully the dogs don't drool or pant too much in the video, and hopefully they don't knock over my tripod. But it's really nice out today. So it's probably close to 70 today, and a few days ago it was 75 on Sunday, and so we had a really good day. We actually took down a hedge, and I'm going to share some pictures of that. So I'm waiting on my tea to be ready. I'm trying to do some green tea in the afternoon instead of coffee. It's been like a day, so this is day 2. So I'm gonna go get my tea and then we'll talk about the garden. Okay, tea is ready. The dogs are still, oh no. The dogs are still bugging. Okay. Let's try this again. The struggle is real with dogs. I'll just say that. We haven't had chickens for 5 years because when we had chickens, our dogs killed them one by one and then something else killed them. So someday I want to get chickens again, but right now, especially with this new dog that we have, it would just be stressful. So here we go, double green tea. Cheers. It's still really hot. So let's talk about the garden. So I walked through and looked at everything, and it's just been kind of sad. It's February 3rd, and my favorite thing of all is the flowers that are growing and the bees that are on the flowers. So we're just gonna start there because there's really not much to speak of, and yeah, it was really bumming me out. I'm actually feeling really good today because it's finally warm and I got a sunny day on Sunday, but I'm a sunshine child, and if I don't have it, I get really miserable. So I was pretty miserable. So I waited until I felt better to make this video, and if you're out there and it's cold and you're just feeling just meh, just know that you know, spring's coming. We all go through it. We all feel it, even in the South. So okay, so the flowers have bees all over them. They are the flowers from the turnips. I'm looking at them over there. Sorry, they're so pretty. And there are bees all over them. So I harvested turnips once, and then I just let them go, and they flowered, and they're beautiful, and they have bees. So I'm happy about that. My other plants that are going to flower are my Brussels sprouts. They have been in the ground for like 3 months, and so they're not going to grow to maturity. They're just going to flower. They'll get bigger, but they're gonna flower too soon to produce, and that's what happened last year. So another fail. It's all right. The spinach just kind of got a little weedy, and I guess it was cold and it never really took off. Too cold. But you never know down here what kind of winter you're going to have. Sometimes it can be more mild, so I'm just experimenting. The collard greens in the front garden are looking awesome. I haven't been eating them, but I'm just so happy to have something green growing that I'm just happy about that. Cilantro is growing. I haven't actually harvested much, and I just noticed today that there are more cilantro than I thought. So cilantro I knew grew all winter. Collard greens. This year, sadly, I didn't have enough kale started, so I just have one little kale. So soon it's going to be time to put some kale in so I can get some nice spring kale. It's really tough when it gets so hot in the summer here. It gets hot quick and it's over quick. So instead of a long winter, we have a long summer where nothing can grow. So next thing is the onions. They're right alongside the house, and I've just been using them for green onions. Come spring, I will uncover them and hopefully have some bulbs grow. Then I have the strawberry bed, which is doing really well. And I'm actually thinking I want to get a fence for it, make it look better, take off my The stick fence is really cool, but I'm ready for it to look a little nicer. So I'm probably going to figure out a nicer looking fence. So stay tuned for that. And I'm probably going to transplant some of the strawberries so I can spread it out a little bit. It's still pretty hot. Okay, other than that, I'm not really sure. I wanted to talk about how the cardboard looks kind of ugly right now because some of the mulch has blown off the top of it. So you see pieces of cardboard sticking up and it looks kind of trashy, literally. But I just don't have any mulch to put on top right now. And I'm just gonna probably hold off until it's time to move it off. And I'm so excited for that day, but that day is not today. It's gonna freeze again. We're getting a winter storm. So it's hard to look at in the winter, but knowing that my plants underneath there are happy and not the plants, the soil is happy, the worms are happy, and you know, yeah, so I'm happy. I also have some strawberries planted next to the turnips, and the broccoli didn't make it, the cabbage didn't make it, the peas, the snap peas, snow peas, they didn't make it. So there were a lot of failures, but I just always like to try something new every winter, see what I can and can't do, because I'm into the easiest gardening possible. That's really it. I've really been focusing a lot on my houseplants, which right here I have one of my ferns. So to tell you the story about this fern, I bought a fern that was about this size at like a garage sale kind of thing. And it was about this size. It was in one of those hanging baskets, and it was just about dead. It had a lot of, you know, not good looking pieces on it. So I brought it home, I put it in a bigger pot, put some good soil in it and some compost, and it grew. Well, now I have 4. I have split it 2 different times, and now I have 4. One of them is huge. This is one of the smaller ones, but it still looks good. And if you can see, the best thing is these little ones coming off. So when you trim off the ones that are starting to die, or the ones that have died, trim them off near the base, and then it gives a lot of energy for all these new ferns. And I don't know about you, but I just love watching things uncurl, and I love having stuff growing. I've never been a pro at houseplants, but I'm getting better, and slowly, because I don't like to go out and buy them, so I'm always just, if I get one, I try to keep it alive, you know, if someone gives me one. But I haven't bought any of my houseplants. I'll show you. I have an orchid that is still hanging on that I got almost 3 years ago, my first year teaching. And I have, you know, the ivy, I forget what that one's called, and I have my aloe vera, and that's pretty much it. And then one like spider plant that I got from my classroom, and I still have it alive. So I can attest that those are easy to keep alive. So I will show you pictures of those, of course, and those are the ones that I keep, and they're easy, and it makes my house look beautiful. It makes me feel like I'm getting some fresh oxygen in the house, and it makes me feel like I can survive winter. And I'm just not a winter person. So I got a new battery, and then I ran out of camera space. So it's always something, right? But I got a new battery, so I'm glad to be back with making videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. See you next time.